LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the offense on first down. To the ground with the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll run it from the gun. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Well, he shows you his speed and his power on that run. As far as I can think back to, Arkansas football always comes down to being able to run the football on offense. It's about grinding and wearing the opponent down. They always seem to be able to recruit outstanding athletes at that position. This guy is no different.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Hand off from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy.
He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Razorbacks! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they light up the scoreboard, covering 65 yards on that touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Branch. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out fired on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
Negative play on first down, that's what a defense always wants. Holds and fires complete to the right. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
The short hand is Jordan. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Using the quick game. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. LSU quick to the line. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals. Oh, it's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
When you run the option, you run the risk of putting the ball on the deck, and especially once that thing starts to string out, the defense does a really good job playing assignment football. Man on a man, I got the quarterback taken care of, and you could tell, had the running back taken care of too. Nowhere to go with that pitch, and they forced the turnover.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Ward. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Safe completion on the screen. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
Fourth and short. I already called my third down play knowing I was going for it on fourth down. So you better believe I got the play locked and loaded. We're going for it on fourth down.
Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So they'll decline the pass interference penalty, and the results of the play will stand.
Hey, bro. Okay.
First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's going to take off. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Line getting set on second down. They move the tight end all over. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Quickly complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Razorbacks are rolling down the field. Here's the handoff. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. The Razorbacks trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Slams ahead. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Jumped on top of the pile.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas! What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain when you're defensive ends. You got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays. You got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
Coming out with it, it's Branch. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important.
Just destroying his way through the field. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
And that's why these guys play defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that kick out of pit.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. Forced out of the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive. But now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
They bring him down to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can break. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Ward. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Trying to find his man on first down. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their second passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Branch. He's got great speed. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Throws for the tight end. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Buys a little extra time. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. And the Razorbacks will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Branch. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Really nice job by the defense. Understand that QB starts to roll out to his right. I got to continue to play the deep pass down the field. I can't just run up and try to go tackle him. Nice coverage down the field, which led to the incompletion.
Crosses the 30. He's got away. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man. And some of it's not coachable. And I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, two former Tiger quarterbacks that were the first overall pick in the NFL draft. They had some of that, too. They just had a feel for the position that you simply couldn't coach at the college level. This guy, man, he's got some serious tools, and he really helps make this offense dangerous.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. And now you have to make him earn it now for the next down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The pull and throw off the RPO. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
He's looking to throw it. Steps away. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Running back goes in motion. Dropping back, it's Lagway. They're bringing heat. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they liked.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He'll toss it. Still on his feet at the 45. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. The Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Arkansas! And once he got loose, it was all over.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, his speed, he was gone.
He'll bring it out. It's Branch. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Throws to the back. And it's incomplete. The defense knocks it away as we have knocked down 3 quarters and head to the 4th. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On the option. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks on a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next game.
Direct snap. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many jump yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
To throw, it's Flagway. Fires to the middle. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Slings it downfield. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. LSU right back to the line.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the right. Got his man. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. LSU lining up 1st and goal. Fires to the end zone. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
And that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to...
And that one is picked up in the end zone. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hit... Oh, he dropped it! LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Gets it out quickly. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Might be looking to run. He'll pull it down. At the 20, he's got space. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Defensively, I think you have different strategies for these situations. The clock is your friend, right? You want that thing to tick. You're up in the fourth quarter, but you don't want to sit back and prevent because you've heard the saying, you really just prevent yourself from winning.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And here they come almost all the way back. Looking for the two-point try. They'll go to the air. He's got it. Two-point try is good as they trim the lead to one here in the fourth. Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you got to believe they have to recover this onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. In a tight game like this, it's no time for complacency, David.
Nah, your defense just let you down a little bit. You still got the lead.
Running toward the tape. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the fourth. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cameron. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the...
Oh, look out! At the 30. He's at the 10. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal. LSU quick to the line. Quick strike complete. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Quarterback sneaking his way, tunneling and burrowing into the line. And I don't think he got in. Those big bodies up front just creating a wall at the goal line. If they can pay off this third and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow. In the air, and he's got it for the touchdown. And now they're a two-point conversion away from locking it up.
Stop it. They got a chance to tie this thing.
Now Now they'll try to tie it up with the two late. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. And right now, you still have a 2-point lead, David, but you have to be aggressive.
And don't let that scare you, right? You've been executing offensively. You still got the lead, Jesse. No need to panic.
Yeah, and this is where your leaders on offense really have to step up. They got to keep everybody calm and make sure everyone's on the same page here on this drive.
Power football with the run. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll put the tight end in motion. Off play action. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
On 4th down, going to the air. Pressure coming. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. So the first order of business here, David, is don't knock yourself out of field goal range.
Correct. Don't take the sack. Don't get a negative play. But if I can be aggressive, Palmer, I'm still trying to go to the end zone to get the immediate dub.
Take as much pressure off of your kicker as you possibly can. You just got to wonder what he's thinking right now. Lots of pressure on him.
They'll go with a direct snap. Oh, look out. They're